Jason doesn't like to talk about himself.
Find out more about the man. Otherwise, you're just asking for trouble, Monique.
Turned over in bed last night and you weren't there.
I woke up in the middle of the night when you were gone. Martin, you haven't heard me in years.
Because most of the time, you're too loaded to make sense. Miss Whitmore, did you sleep with this man?
He strung me along and made me believe he really cared about me.
Oh, J.D., I love this time of year. As soon as the grass starts turning green, I know golf season isn't too far behind.
Oh, you were hitting the ball a mile today.
Yeah, my swing felt real good. Hey, thanks for coming with me. I know how torturous the country club is for you.
Is it just my imagination, or has that place gotten stuffier?
Oh, come on. It's not that bad. I hope you'll play with me this summer.
Sweetheart, you can't be that desperate for a golf partner. What about your husband?
Oh, Trevor never has time to play. I'm sure this summer won't be any different.
Hey, maybe Jessica will take some lessons.
You really think she'll be in town that long?
Yeah, I'm not sure Hollywood is home for her right now.
Oh, you mean because of what's happened on Tomorrow's Another Day? She must have been a wreck watching that show.
Oh, she was, especially when they wheeled Lacey by, totally bandaged from head to toe. I just hope we can take her producer's word that Jessica will be playing the part when Lacey comes alive again. The lady can't take any more rejection.
This has been a very difficult year for her. I mean, first that tragic death of her fiancé.
And not to mention the loss of her father.
I don't know if you can call that a loss.
Anyway, with her not sure of her role on Tomorrow's Another Day, that all adds up to major insecurity.
Since when did you become a shrink?
Believe me, I know only too well how a lull in a performer's career can be deadly.
Well, I certainly approve of your tearing up her plane ticket.
Yeah, except now I'm worried about her sitting alone in a hotel room, no one to talk to except room service and the maid who changes the bed.
Well, she can always do the shops on Oak Street.
Yeah, with the fans of her soap and Hot Pursuit.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
So you agree, the hotel isn't the right place for her?
Yes, I do.
Laura, we started to get into this earlier, but then we were interrupted, and then golf. But I think I know the perfect place for Jessica.
Where?
As if it's all right with you.
You mean the guest house?
Yeah, it's empty, isn't it?
I'd love it. J.D., I really would.
Then it's settled. I'll tell Jessica we made the decision.
Well, wait, isn't it a little presumptuous, isn't it?
Trust me, actresses love it when people handle things for them. How do you think producers got so powerful?
All right, then go for it.
Only problem is, how's old Trev going to feel?
Not to mention business and pleasure, Trevor, but I can put you in on the ground floor. Let me buy you 100 shares when the market opens tomorrow.
I should have known this racquetball game ended up costing me something.
You'll make enough to take that gorgeous wife of yours around the world.
Well, she would love that.
Man, I really envy you having a woman like Laura at home. Do you have any idea what it's like dating at my age?
Hey, the right woman will show up someday. Just make sure that you're in shape when she does.
Guess I'm just too particular. All I ask is that she be beautiful, with $1 million for me to invest for her.
Lawrence, you're looking for a wife, not another stock portfolio. Let me give you some advice. You're not going to find a beautiful woman in a bar.
Okay. The artist is trying to capture the pace of today's society by his bold statement.
Who writes that stuff?
Probably the artist himself.
Incredible. The use of light here.
His expression is so deep. No, I'm terribly moved.
Terribly moved.
Eric.
Elliot, what a pleasant surprise.
Mrs. Marshall, I hope I'm not disturbing you. Is Chantal here by any chance?
do you think Chantal would be here?
Well, I left messages at her office and her place, but she hasn't returned any of my calls.
Why not?
I thought maybe time would help, but that doesn't...
What time?
Don't you know?
No, what?
Chantal and I had a quarrel.
Oh, what happened?
I said some things in anger. Things that I regret.
What exactly did you say to my daughter?
Well, when I went to her office the other day to pick her up for our dinner date, do you know what your problem is? You're taking this career way too seriously. It's taking over your life.
Wait a minute. How come your job just keeps you busy, but mine takes over my life?
You have to decide what you want. Me or the state's attorney's office?
Why do I have to make a choice?
Well, obviously you can't handle both.
You know, Elliot, maybe I'm not the right woman for you. I can't give up my job.
Well, I hope your law books keep you warm at night, because I'm sure not going to. I've had it. Have a nice life, Miss Prosecutor.
Elliot.
Well, now I understand why you have regrets.
Mrs. Marshall, I hope Chantal doesn't think it's over for good. I'd really like to make it up to her.
Mom, thought I'd drive by after work.
Well, Trev, I gotta shove off. Another blind date. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Hey, your advice wasn't so hot there, Trevor. A bar is a place to meet a beautiful woman. Get out of here, will you? What'll it be, Miss Gardner?
Just coffee, please, Black.
Jessica, what are you doing here?
I live here. Well, that is, I'm staying at the hotel upstairs. Thank you.
Wouldn't you like something a little stronger than that?
Well, it's much too early for me, Trevor. The sun hasn't even set over the horizon yet.
Well, come join me at the table.
Oh, good.
So, how long do you plan on staying here in our fair city?
Well, at this point, I'm not sure.
What about your soap opera?
Well, the writers are working on a new storyline for me, so I don't know how long my hiatus will be. I can't decide whether I should go back or stay here.
Do whatever suits your mood. Take one day at a time.
Taking it one day at a time is the story of my life.
Excuse me, Miss Gardner, you have a call?
Hello?
Jessica, J.D., how you doing?
Oh, just fine, J.D.
Now listen closely. I've just found the perfect place for you to live in. You're going to love it.
That sounds wonderful. Where?
Now, I'm coming right over to pick you up, so get packed because I'm on my way. You hear me?
I hear you, but...
Just do what I say. Bye.
So, what did my ne'er-do-well brother-in-law want?
He's found me a new place to stay.
Complete with jukebox, Essence of Man posters, and a psychedelic lamp, no doubt.
Well, he didn't say exactly. I'd better go pack, if you'll excuse me.
Yeah, what'll I tell Laura?
Well, as soon as I find out my new number, I'll call her.
Okay, Jessica, let me warn you a little bit here. If J.D. picked this place out, expect the worst.
I'd forgotten how much you two like each other.
Yeah, well, a man loves his wife, and he endures his brother-in-law.
Yeah, okay.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
What about the ladies' coffee?
Same old Jessica. I'll take care of it. Just put it on my tab.
Well, environmentally, it captures realism with surrealism, so realistically, don't you agree?
Well, that's precisely the message that the artist is trying to convey. And he certainly succeeds.
Jason, I have to be honest with you. I really hate this exhibit.
You do? That's great.
It is?
This is the most banal piece of garbage I've ever seen.
I was afraid that you liked it.
I thought you liked it. You know, it's really amazing how people feel they have to like the work just because the critics do.
Not me. I hate pretense of any kind.
Not too many people live that way.
Or paint that way.
Or paint that way.
What are you doing here?
Chantal, Elliot brought you these lovely flowers.
Thank you. Now, what do you want?
I came to see you. After calling your office for the 5th time today, they said you might be here.
So you decided to track me down at my parents' house?
I think I'll check on dinner.
No, that's not necessary, Mother. Elliot isn't staying.
I'd like to talk to you.
No, you told me exactly how you felt the other night. We have nothing more to say to each other.
I think we do.
This is not the place to discuss it.
Chantal, you can't avoid me forever. Now, I know we parted on bad terms, but...
That was your choice.
Listen, despite everything, you mean a lot to me. And I want us to talk soon.
I can't promise anything.
Try. As always, Mrs. Marshall, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Take care, Elliot.
Thank you.
Mother, how could you do that to me?
Jason, I'm really glad that you called me and invited me out tonight.
Yeah, me too.
I guess this is kind of our first date, huh?
Well, we can't count the time that I returned your purse.
Or the time that you brought my comb back that my grandmother gave me.
Have you lost anything else?
Not that I can think of.
Whenever I'm with you, I just have so much energy.
Maybe it's the art.
No, it's definitely not the art.
Jason, what is it?
I could sit here all night.
Think the museum would mind?
We could always hide out in the closet.
And then what would you do?
Hello, darling.
Ooh, now that's the kind of greeting I'll remember.
Pretty dress. Pretty lady.
Why, thank you. You must have had a good day.
Actually, I did. We finally clinched the Bushfield account,
That's great.
and I beat Lawrence 3 out of 5 in racquetball.
It's even better.
Stopped for a drink afterwards, and I ran into Jessica Gardner at the bar.
What a coincidence. She's just the person I want to talk to you about.
She told me she's staying on here.
Yes, her producers put her part in the show on hold for a while.
Show business. It's a great life. Incidentally, J.D. called her.
You were there when J.D. called?
Unfortunately, yes. Evidently, he's found her a place to stay.
Yeah, actually, we both have, honey. It's perfect for Jessica. And it'll work out just great because you won't have to be alone now.
J.D., are you sure this is all right?
Jessica, will you trust me? Everything's going to be fine.
Oh, we're here.
Hi, Jessica.
Laura, I love your gesture, but isn't this an imposition? I mean, moving in bag and baggage with no notice.
Absolutely not. We have plenty of room, don't we, darling?
Here? Jessica's moving in here?
It's about time someone used the guest house, Trev. And Jessica's the perfect guest, isn't she?
or say something before you lose your title as perfect host.
Mother, why do you have to interfere in my life?
Wait a minute, I wasn't interfering.
What do you call what I just walked into?
Being gracious to a guest, which is more than I can say for you, young lady.
Elliot had no right talking to you about our personal problems.
Well, obviously he needed someone to talk to. You haven't returned his call.
With good reason.
He's trying to patch things up. He feels awful.
Well, he's not the only one. I'm still hurting, too.
Is one quarrel enough to break you up?
It's not just the quarrel, Mother. Elliot attacked everything I stand for.
Couples argue, sweetheart. It's all part of the growing process in a relationship.
What relationship? We're on two totally different wavelengths.
Your careers are clashing, that's all.
No, it's not that simple. Mother, Elliot doesn't want a woman. He wants female property. Someone to fulfill his needs.
Well, maybe you're both being a little selfish.
What's that supposed to mean?
Chantal, having a career is fine, but you shouldn't get so caught up in it that you forget the man in your life.
I'm supposed to give up my career at the state's attorney's office for Elliot?
I'm only saying, don't cut him out of your life. Elliot is going places.
Mother, his money means nothing to me.
Nothing's wrong with a few fringe benefits that a dentist can provide. It's hard making it on your own.
Mama V did it.
She had no choice.
What about love?
Do you love Elliot?
Dad asked me the same question. And the answer is I don't know.
Chantal, are you giving yourself a chance to find out?
Thank God. Now, where were we?
Don't remember.
I do. I really like you, Monique.
I really like you, too.
I just wanted you to know that.
I want you to know that, too. What's wrong? What is it?
On Generations.
Jason doesn't like to talk about himself.
Find out more about the man. Otherwise, you just ask him for trouble, Monique.
File a petition for a grade change.
You can?
All you need is someone to back up your case.
Who's that?
Campus shrink.
The saga continues. Tonight, get hot towels, a pillow, smelling salts for Alf. Kate's having a baby on an all-new Alf. Then the Hogan family's back. When David falls for an Italian knockout, it could cause international problems with her fiancé. Then there's hands-on excitement in an action-adventure movie that'll blow you out of your chair. Don't miss the network premiere of Top Gun, starring Tom Cruise and Kelly McGillis. The best TV's on NBC tonight.